Two apartments overlooking the River Thames in Whitehall, London, worth around $15 million. Anti-corruption activists in Moscow say it is owned by the first Deputy Prime Minister of Russia, Igor Shuvalov, whose self-declared annual salary is $157,000. So how exactly is Shuvalov, seen here in the centre of the picture, able to afford the property? The anti-corruption group Transparency International says his case is one of several that authorities should investigate using the Unexplained Wealth Order, or UWO.
An unexplained wealth order could be served by the National Crime Agency or the Serious Fraud Office here in the UK, and they would say to that person, okay, there's a huge gap here, maybe this is legitimate income, that's fine, you just explain that to us, you show us the proof of this income and we'll leave you alone. If that person is unable to do so, then law enforcement can then move to recover that asset.
The National Crime Agency believes in excess of $100 billion of corrupt money flows through London each year, much of it public money stolen from government budgets.
Before UWOs came into force, it was very easy for corrupt politicians from overseas to take their wealth and actually bury it in the UK in sectors such as property.
This $18 million house in London's Mayfair district was owned by Rifat al-Assad, the uncle of Syrian President Bashar al-Assad. Investigators believe he embezzled more than $300 million of state funds. He sold the house last year before it could be seized by authorities and claims his wealth comes from rich Arab backers. Those looking to hide their wealth often use a complex network of offshore holding companies to conceal their identity.
We still don't have a register of the true owners of overseas companies that own UK property, and that's a bit of a problem in actually identifying these massive gaps between income and asset in the first place.
The so-called Paradise Papers leak showed this $20 million London property is owned by Toyin Saraki, the wife of Nigerian Senate President Bukola Saraki. He says his assets are legitimately owned. Transparency International says it too should be investigated. Speaking to VOA in October, Nigeria's information minister said his government is cracking down on corruption.
But we also need the cooperation of many of the foreign countries, because sometimes we are hampered by the foreign jurisdictions.
Activists warn the Unexplained Wealth Orders will only prove useful if the British government is willing to use them to try to end London's central role in global corruption. Henry Ridgwell for VOA News, London.